Everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare, episode 40 with me, Sid, and on the stream, we, the last live stream that is, we are, that one, there we go, get there eventually, clear my thing. I did some work and we basically managed to duplicate this. We have a double mob farm. Rates on this are actually pretty thick, and we need to make this look a little bit less like floating blocks in the sky. We've got it automatically bidding the bows, and we are going to be utilizing the same technique for our fish farm at some point, and maybe today. So the first thing I was thinking is we need to, let me jump back up to the top. I should have some stuff on me, so oh, that's not going to help me. We need to be able to, let me just, hello, dead now. Well, we picked up a whole load of crap there, didn't we? I've turned the farm off just so I don't have to listen to that noise. That noise for one. But I think we're going to take this section out here. And we're going to probably strip out this bit of marble. So what I want to do is industrialize this thing. Did that fall? Yes, it did. It's alright, not a problem. So first things first, we are going to get a crafting bench. And we'll make up some of those. And we'll turn them into those. And we are going to come out here like so. Now this will need illuminating, but if we come to the side here now, that's only one wide. Now we need to be able to get up and we need to be able to get down, and now obviously we can fly, we can use our levitatey stuff and things. That's always an option, but I kind of like the idea of having some industrial support getting in here with, you know, the scaffold. The scaffold didn't cost us really anything other than a bit of time trading with the villagers, so you know, that was a thing. And this kind of, I always hate working backwards. It's it's a bit of a pain. Hell. Right, so if we're going from here, so probably going to have to use some of this technology, aren't we? I think. Is that going to be too close? Almost certainly, but not a problem. Oh, we can't place that, of course, though, can we? We'll just use you. Probably even easier just to do that, and then that should give me some kind of basis to work off. Now I should have, if I jump around in here, I've got all sorts of random crap blocks plus all the other stuff. So first thing we want is a stairwell that comes down on this side and that side, and we'll work out how we're going to do the supporting of this structure in a bit. We're going to have a lot of scaffolding holding all of these pipes up, and we'll get some kind of support going over here as well. And we need to have some means of getting up and down as well. Now I've got a few ideas of just how to make this look a little bit more interesting as well. So let me get the basics down, and we'll see how we go. And I will cut back as soon as I have something to, show you. Yeah, back in a minute. Alright, this is starting to come together. We've got some scaffolding going over here. We've got these two large structures going over there. Need some more work doing up here. I have got also some glass to put in, because what we're going to do is we'll seal up that. I think that'll kind of do for now. We'll continue up and get some more, you know, observation stuff going in here. I don't know, I'm probably not going to have anywhere near enough of the scaffolding, so I'm going to have to go back and trade with the villagers. This stuff, just steel, it's 3 steel makes 12, so it's actually a pretty good buy. But yeah, so these are, I think my intention here is going to be to scaffold, and then we'll take I'm going to do this, yeah, let's try this one for starters, because these are some fairly big structures that we're putting in, so kind of necessary to get those in early while we've got lots of this. But I think a big old trading session with the villagers is most definitely called for. Nice thing with working with scaffolding is if you really push yourself up against the edge and break a block you stood on, it's a ladder. So we're getting that kind of going on, and similarly on the other side, so I'll get that done. We'll run the scaffold across here. We'll probably put a support. In fact, let me just try that here. So if I just kind of take that out of the loop, and I think you kind of get a feel for the structures we're going to end up with. Hopefully you do anyway. But not going to happen overnight. We are going to have to do a reasonable amount of building here. And yeah, it will start to shape up nicely, I hope. Got that bit done as well, and that should see us to there. Let's have a look, see what we got going on. So yeah, it's definitely feeling more industrial. Definitely going to need a lot more scaffolding. So I think a trading session is a certainty. I think I may use the aluminium on the two white, because it should blend in nicely against the white, and then we'll use the industrial over here. What I end up doing up here, well, that's going to be another story, I'm sure. But let me just continue on with this for a bit, and I will be back with you again in a moment. Alright, and that's it. I'm out of scaffolding. I definitely need to go and trade now. So just a quick recap. We've now got the this goes on all the way around here. Lighting is in. We can walk up on this side. I've gone away from the stairs going up, and we're going down here now. There's a little structural arch there, and that takes you over to this bit of scaffold. You can walk over to here, which gives us a good view. Now, I've been mainly working on this side. I haven't done this side fully yet. You've got a walkway that takes you round these areas. I'm undecided as to whether to continue this in and round on the bits there. I mean, it serves no useful function. This is just cosmetic, and the transition is a little bit jarring, but on the flip side, it's a little bit jarring. I'm also not sure what to do along the tops here. I've got some ideas along those lines though, but I need a great many stacks of scaffolding, so I am going to have to go and have a serious I don't know whether I can no, you can't climb up the arch. Oh, there you go. Today we learned. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and have a serious trading session with the villagers. I also need to have a serious levitate. the hell out of here. There we go. That should do us. Let's have a look at this from the top as well, because I must admit, this mob farm build I've actually quite enjoyed. I'm definitely going to have to do some more industrial, but less of the brick stuff that I've done in Sid's Modded Life, because that's kind of industrial revolution industrial. I think in more modern industrial might be an interesting style to build at some point. Who knows? You know, I'll probably end up never building it. I've got so many ideas for different things that half of them never come to fruition. However, right now we need to go and see some farmers about some emeralds, and then using said emeralds we need to go and see some guys about other stuff. Let me pop that down there. That is what we actually want, isn't it? Oh man, how do I best handle this? We'll get rid of you. I just basically I really do need to put that book away as well. I want to maximize my trading throughput, and the best way of doing that is to empty my inventory. So that's what we'll do, and I shall be back with you just as soon as we have... I'll keep the food on me, but just as soon as we have finished working with these guys. I don't know where my bow's gone either. There's a bow, but not... Oh, I've got a horrible feeling I just binned my good bow in the live stream. Yeah, well, it's not like I ain't got a mob farm that allows me to generate almost infinite amounts of stuff. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or not. Yep, it's back to trading. So I will be back with you in a mo. Alright, I would use the word short mining, trading trip later, but it wasn't. It was quite a long trading trip. But we got a goodly amount of stuff out of it, which is what's important. So what we need to do now is I need to get the scaffold in place for a lot of this stuff. I also need to box this bit in here. So I probably will get that done next, just so we can, you know, work this all into a coherent design. And to also take a whole load of scaffolding with me. I think I'm going to work the top there somehow. Have I got any? Yes, I've got you. Good. So yeah, I've got some ideas for how this is going to pull together. I also need to get you onto levitate, so when we get to the top here I can just squirt myself over, or squirt myself into the actual building, which seems like a very bad idea. However, if we use this stuff up here on the bottom half, that should give us the industrial look we want. I may take this off here as well, just so we are kind of working from the same hymn sheet. If you catch my drift. And right, so that gives us that. We need to drop down to there, and we need to fill this in, but we also need to work that area around here. So let's try and accomplish that, I suppose. How best to, oh man, go about this? probably going with that to start off with. And if we... That is dent, isn't it? Yeah. So if I bring this around here... Not there. We'll block that out there a wee bit. I think we can continue over to here. Should have probably done that first because we haven't got skinny hoppers mod in this. Yeah, and then oops, oh damn it. Okay, well that's not a problem. We do have more. Just let's not make the same mistake twice. And then if we kind of do, now this is going to be an issue. How do I mean, I suppose I can, if I brought any of that, I could go and sort that out, but right, that didn't work so well. Yeah, that's not so fun. Let me just see what I've got in my box of tricks and see what I can come up with, but we need to basically box this in and make it blend into the structure as well. I have got no bloody conveyor belts on me whatsoever, which is perfect. Not. Well, I suppose the only option then is to go and get some, and I may want some anyway for a few bits and pieces, so let me go through that together, and again I shall be back with you in a second. Alright, I think that is probably about it for now. I'm going to unleash the hordes. I haven't done a method of getting up into the out of here yet. That's one thing that's necessary, and the other one is I do want to experiment with like a central, turn these on and off. Wow, whoa, that was a sudden explosive rush. Well, at least it wasn't an explosive rush, but you know what I mean. So what we've got going on now is obviously everything's scaffolded in nicely. We can wander up here, we can come down, we can have a look at our victims as they come along. You know, we've got the freedom to walk around completely, and completely unnecessary, but I think it looks nicer. And then obviously we can do this. The stuff is all boxed in at the back there. So we'll give these guys a chance just to fall into place. I'm going to pop that into my... Most of this is barely touched, but can always use the stuff to mend my my hooferator chisel. There's one or two in there. So yeah, just give them a good old breakage. There's almost certainly more coming, but and we should see a few bits and pieces starting to filter into the system. Oh, mainly bone at the moment, so but yeah, I think this is a reasonable starting point. Starting to get some gunpowder now, and I just think it makes this look less like a series of random structures and more like an industrial building, you know, some kind of factory complex, which is nice. Now, I am conscious that more witches coming, that we have a few other bits and pieces to do around the place, but I just did want to get this finished today, so yeah, definitely works. Right, let us, I've got my thing, let us get ourselves back into levitation mode, get some wings on, and let's see, oh bum, hang on, I wanted to get up here. So if I go now and have a look at, that's not really a good view at all, is it? There, maybe. So I'm happy with that. We're going to leave that for a while. As I say, we do need a means of getting in and out that's not this levitation wand. Of course, we will have rockets and stuff for our stuff on the other side, but I do want to go and start playing around with another item. So let me head back into the overworld, and we'll see what trouble we can get up to over there with the fish farm and its connectedness, because the fish farm we've got is utterly useless, because it just gets clogged up with crap we don't need. And what we ideally want is it to filter a lot of that crap and destroy it, and other stuff go into the system, and other stuff to go into a thing. So I can probably, where's my sleeping bag? Let's just get the sleep out of the way here. Let's just go and have a look at what the fish farm actually produces, because there's stuff we don't, you know, glass water bottles, for example, they're all right, but they're hardly the be all and end all of everything. So, you know, if I can put all of this neatly out of the way under here somehow, and then automate the actual thing. So if we just have a look in here, for example, we're getting leather. That's the thing we definitely want. We get fish, and fish. Bones, tripwire hooks, ink, rotten flesh, name tags, string. Anything else there screaming? I suppose lily pads, and there's bowls and stuff coming out there as well, but I'm looking for the things we actually want to keep, and I can't imagine we want to keep the bowls. So that probably covers all kind of things we're going to want to keep. Now, the fish are debatable whether we want to keep them, but I've already got storage for the fish, so I can void upgrade those. I've got to work out. Well, one thing I've not given myself around here is an easy way of getting back up once you jumped in the water. So what we need to do is work out what we've got, and also what we need to put bulk storage in for, and then we need to ensure that they are all voided and void upgraded kind of thing. So for example, let's have a run down here. So we know that we have got fish, but none of these are ink fish, and none of these are So bones we've got, but again these are not connected up for voiding, and string is also not connected up for voiding. So we definitely need to make a whole load of those void upgrades and a whole load of troves. So maybe the first thing we should have a look at is these, which is 2 obsidian, flint and steel and gold. Obsidian should be dead easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just make a bunch. And go like bang, bang, there's 12 and there's 16. That gives us plenty. Now we need that, and we're going to need to process, right, so void upgrade on that, and we've got those going, that's fine. Then we're going to want a void upgrade on there, and the salmon can go in. And we're definitely going to want a void upgrade on there, and the ink can go in. So this is kind of whittling down the items we've got to store. And then I can work out how many more of these I need. So leather, void it, and we'll stick leather in. Bones, again, we'll stick a void upgrade on there, and that will go in there. We're going to have to get the bones out of the other bit. I don't think either of those are going in. And string, again, a void upgrade, and string goes in there. Now, worth mentioning about the string, the reason we're not seeing the string is because we're getting it in these. Those silkworms are spitting these out. Now these can be used to make 2 string per, or we can make 9 string, because obviously we can use these in exactly the same way as we can use string with a spindle. So those are all going up there. Now we definitely need to get all of this bone out. That should be all the bone. So we should then be able to So I think that leaves us with 6 items to put away. We need rotten flesh, we need tripwire hooks, which are probably all in there. So I'm going to need 6 more troves. Okay, let me get those put together and I shall be right back with you. Alright, so armed with all of that, we can then get these troves in. We can do 1, 2, and again, as annoying as this is to people, I am definitely still going this route. Name tags and tripwire hooks for starters. And oops, no. And again, we're going to right click that, we're going to void it, and we're going to right click that, and we're going to void upgrade them. Now I'm going to repeat that for these other 4 items, and then we'll empty the other chests of all of those items, and the world will be good and happy. So let me get that done. Be right back. Alright, I'm now several hours into this. A lot of that was trading and throwing down scaffolding. All of those common items are now troved, so that's good. I'm going to put troves down for some more of the common block types as well. I would love to get the version where we can actually use where are you? Is this or this kind of thing to actually retrieve? That would be awesome. But yeah, unfortunately we don't have that yet. Alright, let's link it in with, okay, Well, that's pretty cool. Happy enough with that anyway. Yeah, so at the moment we don't have that ability, but we are now. I've made a new brazier of hoarding, so the plan now on the next stream will be to start off with to relocate that so it hides underneath the dock here. We'll set it all the way back so it's kind of back here, and then we'll come and drop it in. We'll put in an automated system to bin, you know, all of the crap that we don't want. There's a lot of stuff in there that is just real dross, you know. But I mean, when you look at it, we don't need any of these bows. Yes, maybe, you know, it would be nice to take off some of these enchants, and we can do that with Corail Tombstone quite easily, but we don't desperately need them. Don't really need these anymore. We don't need so much of the stuff that's coming out of here. The boots can all go. The saddles can all go. So all of this can be filtered down to the point where everything that we want, or everything that we nominally want, will go into the storage system. Everything we don't want will be binned, and everything that doesn't stack that we still want, such as mainly the books actually, in fact I think it will only be the books, will go into some chests. And yeah, that should be good. Glad I've got that mob farm built now, and I'm happy with that. The other things on the stream that I want to do, I actually do want to do some more landscaping and building out here, and I definitely want to start playing with these bees because I'm not doing it, and you know, I went out and got them all, and we really should be utilizing these to the best of our ability. You know, there's a thing full of honey there. We need to be pulling out the wax combs to build beehives, breeding the bees, and just generally getting a load of bees. And I think over here we'll try and get a bee orchard or something running into this area. We don't desperately, we'll make it nice and big and chunky. I have no idea how well the bee stuff has been implemented in it. Clearly the bees are there, clearly the honey's there. And if we look at future thing, you know, the honeycomb blocks there, the honey blocks there, the bottles of honey are there. So all of this stuff is here. The big question is, how well does it work? And I honestly do not know the answer to that. So the best way to find that one out is give it a try. But on that note, I'm going to call this episode, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.